You have to admit that he was a very wise man to find Peter Gennaro. I mean, that's a very smart man. But I remember clearly feeling so dishonest during interviews by not saying it. I mean, no one asked any questions, but just wanting to be honest. And I remember the first time I did. I said, screw it, I have to say this. And I said, Peter Gennaro did all of my career. That's why in A Dancer's Life, that beautiful moment that could make me cry now, that we gave to Peter during the West Side thing. And whenever I heard audiences respond, the moment I said Peter Gennaro, and he never got the credit for, you know, all the magnificent things he did in West Side. And I would hear people that knew it.
Yeah.
And that was a great feeling for me.
Liza, talk about how he just wanted to, what he told you about work.
Well, I mean, the one question that one might ask when you read that contract and when you read it in its entirety, it's quite shocking, is why did he sign that? But my father loved to dance, as has been said over and over again tonight, and he loved to work, and he had children, and he had a wife, and he needed to make a living, and you know, he didn't have particularly bad feelings at all about Jerome Robbins. He wasn't like that. He didn't hold a grudge. He went on. He had his own career. He had a great career. It was a great starting point for him. I think that we, the family, held the anger more so than he felt.
Well, he was an artist first, before anything else. He was a great artist, and his passion. You see, if he were alive today, he would get one of these. Because
Was that it?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Because his passion, he had to do it. There was nothing else he could do. There was no way he could not do what he did in the theater and in television and in films, because he was...
He must have done 4,000 numbers in the course of his lifetime. A good example of him wanting to work was when he was doing Pajama Game. I think he got Seventh Heaven to choreograph, and he left Pajama Game, he left Steam Heat, but then he went back into Pajama Game and understudied Steam Heat. So that's how badly he wanted to work. Yeah.
There you go. What? Seventh Heaven was just... that was crazy. His imagination for Seventh Heaven was divine. He played 3 hookers, very elegant, because you were always elegant. You could get down with Peter, but you were still down and elegant at the same time. And you never crawled on the belly.
And he was not afraid to be corny.
Oh, hell no. It's up to you whether or not it's corny, you know. But Seventh Heaven was just, the choreography in that was also fast, elegant, and furious, you know. And he had me do a flying leap off of this platform onto, and I was so stupid, I just, you know, you want me to do it? I'll do it. I just was trusted. And besides, I trusted. And he had me fly and and Jimmy Mitchell, the wonderful James Mitchell, would catch me in a split like that. And, you know, I'd say, oh, okay. I mean, we were about, by the time he caught me, it was here. We had about this much space to get off. So it was dangerous. But them was the days of danger.
We did it.
We did it, and we learned. And as I tell you, my entire being is mostly Peter. You know, my rhythm of life, as Cy Coleman says, is Peter.
Did he do just that one Sullivan show for you, or did you do many with him?
No, we did a lot of Perry Como shows.
Did you?
Together. Yes, because he choreographed many numbers for me. I don't remember all of them, but I remember loving every minute.
Do you remember you sitting on the piano as Ed Wynn rode his bicycle. That made me cry. That was
That was
wonderful.
a Sullivan show.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
he
was
was
good.
so sweet. All he ever cared about was that I didn't fall off. Are you all right, Miss Florence? He was the sweetest little man you ever met in your life. He really was.
I don't know how Peter did a weekly television show. I don't know how anybody does a weekly television show, but to make up 2 or 3 numbers every week, all brilliant.
Yes.
Yeah, just amazing. Any more about West Side?
I have one lovely story about Peter. We were doing the ballet out of town because that was the only thing really criticized, so the rest of the show was frozen. And one morning we came in, and it was a circle, and Larry and I were supposed to be kneeling down, but we usually got up and then continued to be part of it. And at this thing, he had his 4 assistants, and so I was with Larry like this kneeling, and so I started, and they go, no, don't get up. Don't get up. He had changed it, but he never told me that. And so then I look over at Wally Seabird and say, shh, shut up, don't say anything. So finally I looked like this, and Jerry yelled out from the audience, Maria, you look confused. I was very confused. I said, I just thought I was supposed to get out of the theater. Go upstairs and work on Pretty with Peter. First of all, we couldn't work alone. At any rate, I got upstairs. By that time, I was crying. I said, you know, Peter, I can dance this thing. He doesn't have to leave me on my knees for the whole number. And I don't know why he has to treat me so badly. Peter finally said, listen, you got to consider the source. Cheer you up, take you out of whatever door it goes in, and make you put your arms around him and love him. And that's what we all do. And we'll continue as long as we live.
Peter actually told me a story about West Side Story, which is gives you a really wonderful insight into his character. He was a co-choreographer, and right before you all went to Washington, apparently Jerome Robbins got the entire group of assistants. I guess he had several assistants, and he had got them all together, Peter included, and laid them out, yelled at them, told them, when we get to Washington, you're to do this, and then when I say jump, and you do this, and just yelled at them for a long period of time. And everyone was shaking, and everyone left the room, and Peter went up to Jerry, and he said, and Jerry, that whole little speech you just gave, you didn't mean me, did you? But apparently Jerry said, oh no, Peter, not you. That's how Peter was.
That's innocence, that's purity, that's truth.
You couldn't have possibly said that to me.
No. And also, having those qualities, thank you, having those qualities really makes one know who they are. And your father knew who he was. He may not have thought he did. You know, we never know. But he knew who he was, because who could walk up to a gorilla and say, you're not going to bite me, are you? You're going to eat them, but you're going to eat me. He's right. He's damn right, because nobody, including Jerry, could contribute what Peter did. Ain't nobody like that, not since.
No, he was his own unique person. No.
Maybe those cooks in that kitchen that he learned all that jive and stuff from, maybe they have some of it, you know. But that, he went to the right people too. His spirit took him to people whose spirits were full of rhythm and soul and pain.
That's why he was born in New Orleans.
And that's right. That's exactly
Now,
right.
I forget, did West Side win Best Choreography?
Yes?
Yeah.
And did Peter get his due? Oh, no. Jerry got the Tony.
And Jerry never even thanked Peter when he accepted the award. My mother tells that story.
And she's here. Jean, where are you?
Jean.
Give away.